Hi designers, I'm Chris, founder of KVM Design, an outsourcing firm for interior designers, and I've created this channel based on our experience of working one-on-one with over 150 designers to help you grow your business by streamlining, automating, and delegating smarter. If you find the content valuable, please subscribe. It helps this channel grow and helps me create better videos for you as well. So let's get into today's topic. I want to talk more about discovery call prompts. I want you to be successful at nailing this first call with prospect clients. It's a very important call, and asking the right question is going to be essential if you want to move forward, assuming that they are a right fit for your business and you're a right fit for them. So one thing that I've said many times in my videos is that I recommend you have an investment guide so that you can filter out the bad leads, the bad inquiries, because a lot of people who are going to get in touch with you are not necessarily going to be a good fit. And the reason why someone may not be a good fit for your business is because they don't have the budget to work with you. They don't have the right project that you want to be working on right now. It could be the timeline doesn't work because you have the next few months booked out and they want something in 2 months from now. So that's not going to work. Or maybe it's the location, or maybe you don't like them. That's a big red flag. So for many reasons, these people may not be the type of clients that you want to be working with. And that's why I recommend having an investment guide, because it allows you to share all the valuable information about your process, your services. If someone is not okay with your process, they're probably not going to reach out. So it's good to share all this valuable information first so they can decide whether, well, yeah, I like her. I like the way that she works. This is the service that I need. I really like what she does, the type of projects that she works on, and I want to get on the call with her. And what's going to happen? So with the investment guide, you're sharing valuable information. The discovery call is about following up, answering questions that they may still have, having that first contact where you can see if, in terms of personality, it works. But you're not going to have to try to convince people to work with you because they've seen your investment guide. And if you send alongside the investment guide, if you send an intake questionnaire, the intake questionnaire is very short, but it also allows you on your side to understand what their needs are, what their project is, what the timeline is, how they've heard about you. And some questions like these ones are going to help you on your side to understand if it's someone you want to get on the call with. And as you grow, your time is going to be even more limited. So you want to put your attention on the prospect clients that you want to work with. So once you send the investment guide, you ask them to fill out this intake questionnaire if they're happy with the investment guide. The next step is the discovery call. One of the things that happens sometimes is that it's hard to get in touch with designers. So go do an audit, a quick audit of your website, of your Instagram link in bio, for example, and see how easy it is to book a call with you. Like, do they have a link to book a call from the investment guide? This is what I do. Do you have a link in bio link to book a call with you? How do people reach out? Are you making it hard for prospects to reach out on your website? Sometimes I keep looking at websites. I cannot find a way to reach out to the designer. And this will deter people from wanting to get on the call altogether. So make it easier for people to be able to request a call. And it may be that you get them to fill out the intake questionnaire before they can get on a call, which is what I recommend. Either way, go do an audit and make sure that it's quite easy to contact you. All right, so the discovery call is really your chance to connect with potential clients and build trust. It's going to be that first contact, and it's a key call to have with prospects. And because these calls have a time limit, which they should, whether it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 40 minutes, and it's important to have discovery call prompts because it's going to give you the direction of that call, ensure that you're not spending 2 hours on that call. You're going to ask intentional and well-crafted questions, and this is going to help you understand their vision, expectations, budget, and ideal timeline. It's also your chance to establish yourself as a professional, and you're going to avoid miscommunication and misunderstandings down the line because this call is going to have a lot of the important information that they need before they move forward with you. If you've reached a point in your business where you prioritize working with the right clients, your ideal clients, this call is going to be invaluable. It helps you identify the right fit early on and saves you time by eliminating the need for unnecessary in-person consultations. Okay, last tips for the discovery calls. What I would do to increase your efficiency is to allow people to book calls with you only on 1 or 2 days per week, because on the other days you're going to be busy with other things, which, whether it's working on projects or CEO time, you don't want to disrupt your entire schedule with calls spread out every day. So choose 1 or 2 days where you're going to get on those calls, and that's it. Also, protect your time. So set a timeline for this call and do not go over it, which is why the discovery call prompts are so important, because you're going to know how long you can expect for that call, and that's it. That's the time that is allocated for that call, and then you need to move on to the next task. My third tip is to be as transparent as you can in your investment guides. You don't want to leave out anything, even in terms of fees. I know most projects will be customized, but if you can give a minimum budget or like a range of fee depending on the type of project, that really helps prospect clients understand if they can even afford you or not. So there's no point getting on a call if this prospect client just doesn't have the budget for you. And the last tip is follow up after the call. People get busy, they get sidetracked, they forget. You can automate this message maybe 3-4 days after the call. If they haven't reached out again, you can set up an email that goes out just asking them how they felt, if they want to move forward to the next step. If just following up with them is key. Okay, we're gonna go through the prompts quite quickly because I don't want this video to be very long. I do have a document, discovery call prompts. I have just done it. It's gonna come out very soon, so stay tuned. In the next couple of months, we're gonna have a full bundle that includes everything. So it's an upgraded version of the bundles that we have right now, the client templates for designers. It's a great bundle to have because you get all the documents that you need from that first inquiry all the way to the handover. And we've added so many bonuses. This one is part of it. It's all the discovery call prompts, how you can lead a discovery call for success. So make sure you check it out. The price is probably most likely unbeatable. I will also link down below my website so you can check it out. Once it's out, it will be in my shop. Step one is essentially the introduction. You want to briefly introduce yourself, thank them for reaching out to you, ask them how they heard about you. It seems like it's not important, but it is, because we need to figure out where people are coming from and what platforms we should be marketing ourselves even more, because it's obviously working. Hearing from them how they've heard about you is a question that you don't want to miss. Number two, we want to know more about the client background and the motivation. Why are they reaching out to designer? What inspired them to hire a designer? Have they previously worked with one, and how did it go? You want to know if it was a bad experience, why it was, and figure out if the problem is them or if it was just that they were not a right fit. And what made them reach out to you in particular? What attracted them about you? This is research for how you're going to show up in your business, what you're going to focus on. These questions seem very simple, like how you've heard about us and why they want to work with you in particular are actually really important questions. Third, we're going to get into the project scope and vision. Can they quickly describe the spaces that they've also probably outlined in the intake questionnaire? What do they want to do? What is not working for them right now? What do they want to do with it? Do they have a vision for it? And if they have a clear vision, are they open to new approaches? Are they open to new design ideas? Number four, you're going to go back quickly into the budget and the timeline. They may have answered that on the intake questionnaire, but you might want to go a little bit deeper into what the budget range is, the timeline, if they're flexible with either. Want to make sure this is clear for everybody. Number five, decision-making and communication. Understand who will be the one to make decisions. How involved do they want to be in the process? Do they want to take the reins and kind of lead the thing, or they want to be involved at every single small step of the project? How often should you be communicating? And are they open to virtual meetings? Very important, because you may not want to go to their home for every meeting or presentations. And number six, it's all about the functionality and the design preference. This could also be connected to the vision, but you can go into more depth now or before when you speak about the vision, is How do they currently use the space? What is not working for them? Is there anything like must-have features or anything that they want to keep from their current space that you should know about? Any design style that they absolutely hate? You could also ask them to share a Pinterest board with you. That could be asked at the intake questionnaire or at the next step as well. And lastly, some considerations. Are there any challenges that they expect we will be having maybe when we're on site? Are there things that we need to know at this point, or even structural limitations? For example, there is a huge column here. We're not going to be able to demolish that wall. So those are things you're going to see when you go on site, but are there things that they know about that they can share with you at this point? Are there any other professionals involved? Have they hired contractors or architects at this point? Because you may want to meet them first to see if you can work together and how involved you're going to be on the project. And lastly, ask them, is it phase one of a bigger project? Is it all there is, or are they planning to do more work in the future? On the first few times, the call is probably going to run longer because you're going to take longer with these questions. But with more and more calls, your aim should be to stick to those 20, 30 minutes that you've designed for that call and not go past that. In that discovery call prompt document that I created, I also included a script that you can use to help you if you're a little bit nervous before a call or you're not too sure how to ask questions. Then I've included a script that you can use. And as I said, stay tuned. I'm going to release all of this into an amazing bundle where you're going to have everything that you need to deliver a top-notch client experience.